It's time to breathe again in another breath of fresh air, Shorty. I am your host, Charles Taylor, and welcome to the show. It's been a little bit since I've done a Shorty with you guys, and oh, by the way, happy Monday to y'all. Just wanted to throw that in there, but um, let's get right to it, y'all. It's been a little while since I've done a shorty, and there's been a lot of stuff going on, and um, a lot of things have changed in a short amount of time. Obviously, you guys know I'm talking about the coronavirus or COVID 19, the technical term. Uh, a lot of our daily routines have changed, and perhaps they have changed forever. A lot of people have lost jobs or have been furloughed to where they've been told not to show up to work. A lot of people are teleworking. There's a lot of real life stuff going on, and of course, that has spilled into the sports world where you've had the NBA cancel games or postpone their season, the NHL postpone their season, Major League Baseball postponed the start of their season, Major League Soccer postpone their season, and everything is just up in the air. Everything's in limbo. A lot of things right now are on hold, and we're just waiting to see how things are going to turn out for the time being and going forward. So, as you guys know, Patrick Brackett, he did Shorty about just trying to stay positive through everything that has been going on with the coronavirus because a lot of people are frustrated, a lot of people are upset, a lot of people are basically just kind of being told to shelter in place, and nothing is open. We can't go anywhere. Restaurants are closed, bars are closed, clubs are closed. Everything we use to go about our daily way of life is basically been taken or has basically been taken away from us. So, kind of piggybacking off of Patrick Shorty, I'm gonna go another route with this, and where Patrick was saying it's important to keep that positive mindset, which I totally agree with. It is very important to stay positive, stay upbeat, because it is easy to get negative, to get put into cabin fever and start to get dormant and start to lose some of the discipline or some of the routines we have been doing before we've been told to lock down. But I'm gonna go another route with this and say this is maybe a funny way, or not necessarily a funny way. I don't want to say it's a funny way. Nothing where you have seen people get sick and die and lose loved ones. None of that is ever funny. But in a weird way, I'll say, we are being told things need to reboot. We need to reset in the world. And I think what this lockdown is telling us to do more often than not, or maybe even forcing us to do, is to think about how we were going about our daily ways of life. I think there are a lot of things we have taken for granted, whether that is to be able to get into the car and go somewhere, to go for a walk in the park, to go to your favorite restaurant, to go to your favorite bar and have a few beers, to go to your favorite club and dance the night away, just because you could, because you had that freedom to be able to. And now a lot of that stuff has been taken away. And what I think is happening slowly but surely is you're starting to get to a place where uh, you have people who are in their houses or in their apartments, condominiums, whatever it may be, and they're starting to spend more time with their loved ones, where they might not have been able to do that before because they were out there on the grind. They were trying to work. They were trying to put food on the table. get that money to be able to do that. And now you're able to spend some time with those loved ones. And it gets us back to those things that ultimately are more important, and that is to be able to spend that time, hug a loved one, talk to a loved one, just have real conversations. So I think a lot of things are kind of starting to reboot a little bit. And like I said, the world needs it. And I think we need to kind of rethink the processes we were going or we were doing in our daily walks of life. And it's not just human beings in general. Obviously, human beings are the ones who kind of run everything. But maybe in the music industry, we need a reboot. Maybe in the sports industry, especially in the sports industry, in the media industry. We need to reboot on things. Maybe we need to think about how we're reporting on stuff because a lot of stations, whether you're talking about ESPN, Fox Sports, or NBC, or whichever stations, and it's not necessarily just sports. I'm just talking about any station in general, really, where you just concentrate on one or two things all over and over and over again. And now that there isn't any sports or not much music or maybe even Hollywood, there's not a whole bunch to report on that. Now you can sit back as these stations and you can rethink how you are talking about a lot of the stuff. And you can start to shine an eye into the things or shine a light on the things that are more important. And I think that has gone missing over time. So with everything that has transpired in these last few weeks, the mass panic, the mass hysteria to get all these supplies, whether it's toilet paper, hand sanitizer, disinfectant wipes, whatever it is, pasta, rice, whatever it is, I think things hopefully will start to level off. But most of all, it's a reboot. We get to reset and we get to think about those things that are more important. And we also, one thing that you have to keep an eye on why we're going through this. In times of adversity, and this is an adverse time, a very different time in our world where a lot of different challenges are facing us right here. They are on our doorstep, right here, ready to come in, and are coming in some instances. This is where you find out the most about yourself. In these times where things have been taken away from us, this is where you're going to find out what exactly you're made of. And that saying where it talks about only the strong survive, this is where we're going to find out about ourselves. I do believe when it's all said and done, just like what Patrick said on his Shortie, we will come out of it. We will be okay. And I would like to believe we will be very, very well off and a lot better because of what we're going through in the midst of this coronavirus. Well, that's what I'm breathing on for today. Y'all make sure y'all check out this Shortie and other Shorties and webcasts on the Breath of Fresh Air YouTube channel. And while you're there, smash that subscribe button. Also, keep the likes coming on the Breath of Fresh Air Facebook page. And we hope to get back to a normal schedule throughout the course of this week. So until then, everybody take care. Everybody stay safe out there. And again, hug your loved ones. Take care of your loved ones. And think about those things that are most important to our daily walks of life. Take it easy.